Hello, people. I am Jaby Koay. This is my guest,
Achara Kirk.
Achara Kirk. And so we just watched the movie RUSTOM.
Yes, she did.
Starring Akshay Kumar, Ailina,
She doesn't have a last name?
Manoj Bajpayee, Esha Gupta.
Oh, she was pretty. And her name was Preeti as well.
Yeah, that's true. I noticed that also. So let's talk about the positive things we felt about this movie. The costumes were wonderful.
They were really lovely. Lots of lovely colors. I loved the period. Everybody looked great.
Yeah, Akshay Kumar actually did a decent job.
I liked his mustache a lot.
Yeah, I like the actors in the film. I thought that their performances were pretty good. I'm thinking if there was anything I didn't like with regards to performances. I liked everybody.
No, I would say that.
I like the newspaper guy a lot.
Mm-hmm. He was good.
He's kind of goofy. I liked the cop, the cop who was all about his job and
the really serious one.
So acting was good.
Yes.
The costumes were good. The set pieces were pretty cool. Everything looked like it belonged in, with the exception of the girl's tattoo.
Yes, I was very annoyed by this. Esha Gupta, the girl who played Preeti, she had a star tattoo on her wrist, and every time I saw it, it just brought me out of the period because I don't think a woman in the 1950s, especially a woman of her class, would be
showing off a tattoo
on her wrist. It could have easily been covered up with makeup. So every time I saw it, I was just like, this is a film.
Right. So the acting was good, the costumes were good, the set pieces were good, the cars looked cool.
The comedy in the
latter half of the film after the intermission.
Yes.
In the jury.
In the
courtroom.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yes. The courtroom drama became a bit farcical.
It was good. It was funny.
Good.
It was good comic relief because it was getting very, very serious.
Yes. So there's that. Okay. We did the positive things. The credits were very nice looking.
I liked the montages as well.
Yeah?
I am a girl. I like romantic things when they were falling in love and the montages.
I hated the montages.
Of course you would.
No, it's not because I'm not romantic. I hated the montages. I said this in the trailer reaction, I think. It was just too perfect. It was too like there was nothing at all where there was a problem whatsoever. It looked like these people's lives were so just picturesque perfect.
Yeah, and then she had an affair, so clearly not that perfect.
Well, exactly. There was no delineation from one moment to the next. It was just like, now they're happy here, now they're happy here, now they're happy here.
That's like a music video. I liked it.
It's too much. And okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
So I didn't like, the first thing I noticed that I didn't like was the music. It was just so obnoxious. It was like, boom!
So dramatic.
Drama!
Music!
I'm like, really?
Oh, and then like the slow-mo close-ups on the face with the music. And then you're like, oh, are you gonna reveal something to me right now? Oh, that's maybe some important information. Oh, but you're not gonna tell me right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so frustrated. I'm gonna have to wait for like 40 minutes?
Right.
Oh.
So if you guys don't know already, which I'm sure most of you do, this was based on K.M. Nanavati versus State of Maharashtra. There's a real case that took place in
1959.
Well, this is decided November 1961.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, 1959 is the court case. Mm-hmm. And so the movie paints kind of a flowery look.
Yeah.
You know, because this was a serious case. And the moment Akshay Kumar shows up in the film, boom, it's like heroic music. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And then the music...
He looks good in his uniform.
Yes, that's relevant. So... the thing is, you made me lose my train of thought. Oh, the music. So there was, I have no issues with them having lyrical songs in place of musical scenes, but when the song is like, you know, RUSTOM, you're the best, I'm like...
Wait, isn't he though?
But it pulls me out of the movie. Because I'm like, okay, so... I have no fear that anything bad is going to happen to this character because the music is rooting for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there was like a conspiracy theory aspect to it. I don't want to get into it in case you guys are going to watch the movie, but this is largely spoiler free. There's a conspiracy theory aspect to it that never quite comes back around in a meaningful way.
Well, I think maybe it just helped to establish Rustom as a honorable man, because not only was he honorable for defending his wife's honor, but he was honorable because he was serving his country, and that was the whole point. That was why the jury and the public were behind him, because he was such an honorable man. What was the quote? Well, I mangled.
He did the right thing, but in the wrong way.
Yes, exactly.
So the music is largely what bothered me, and it should have been a shorter film.
Yes.
It was way too long for what it's like. I was thinking about it after they finally got to the verdict in the movie, and this could have been a 90-minute film. Got the exact same beats across, and it would have actually been more effective. Now, Indian movies tend to be on the longer side, so I was ready for that. But generally speaking, in the other films that I've watched that are Indian, it didn't feel quite so long. It felt like things were constantly happening and kept moving forward. Whereas here, it's like...
Because it's super dramatic as well, with the dramatic music, and then the slow pulls, and the slow motion looks, and the close-ups, and they're all like, I'm looking at you. Wait, you're looking at me? And then you could have cut that out or made it shorter, and it would have been... The story would have moved along. Yeah.
I liked Ailina and Achara Gupta.
Yes.
Quite a bit.
Ailina, oh my gosh. The whole time I was...
Oh, you felt bad because she had to cry a lot.
She had to cry so much, and she was so good at it. Yeah. You know, the beautiful cry. They're like...
Oh, the
tear that like drips down. It's like so gorgeous, and then the multiple tears that drip down in profile. Yeah. And she's so emotional, and just both of the girls were gorgeous, so beautiful. So,
I don't know if I could recommend this movie at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to, right? I just don't know if I would say, hey, run out and watch this because of the music primarily. Like if you just strip that film of its music, I would have been forgiving of everything else. If it was just silent, like Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino, if it was just a silent movie all the way through, I think it would have been 20 times more effective, even with all the close-ups, even with the scenes when they're like, it's beautiful and perfect and life is peachy all the time. Like, I would have been okay with all that if you just took out the fucking music. That just ruined it for me. Because anytime it's... the cop she shows up at the cop's police station and says, I committed this murder. Boom! Music! Ooh. I'm like, God damn, cues.
Yeah.
Like, calm down.
Oh, we get it.
It's just too dramatic.
It really was.
But I like the cast, and I think that the story was actually a good story. Yeah. It was just kind of marred in this overcompensation with the music. I don't know like what happened there in post-production. If I was an actor in the movie, I would have been pissed.
Well, also, a lot of it I found, especially in the beginning before they go to court, the story was told mostly through the music. And there wasn't actually much dialogue. I don't know if you noticed that, or if there was, it was just very short, and it was just music and looks. Mm-hmm. And I kind of felt that I wanted to hear more people conversing. Okay. Yeah, that was just my take.
In our case, read more people conversing.
Oh, yeah.
The subtitles.
The subtitles. We understand the English.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else we're like, oh, it was interesting. And what I also find interesting as well is that this apparently was the last case that was jury trial.
That's right? According to Wikipedia.
According to Wikipedia. And the movie, yeah. They said. So I'm just curious as to what a trial in India is like now. Is it just a judge?
I don't know.
Or can someone tell us?
Yeah, now that you asked that, a whole bunch of people are going to tell us in the comments, I'm sure of it. I'm sure as soon as you said that, people were commenting right
Yes,
over.
Please, I'd like to know. It's very interesting.
This movie was too long. It was just too long.
It felt long.
It felt long. That's the key, actually.
Yeah.
It felt long. Not that it was too long, it felt long. Because I watched Sultan. It didn't feel like 2.5 hours to me. It went by really quick. Mm-hmm. But this one was like... It felt like 2.5 hours.
It felt like 3 hours.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I did knock out for about all of 2 seconds.
I think we both knocked out at the same time, and we were like, "What happened?
Right, exactly.
Did you read the subtitles?"
Oh no, because I know exactly when I knocked out. It's because they sent the news reporter dude to he was being held in contempt, and I didn't know what that meant. But he was sent off to a prison temporarily, and
jail.
I woke up and I was like, wait, did they send the news guy to jail? And you're like, I think so. I fell asleep for 5 seconds.
I was trying to style it out like I hadn't just had an extended blink, because that's what I like to call it. And so Jaby's all, wait, what happened? And I'm like, yeah, this thing happened. I fell asleep for 5 seconds.
So for me, if I liked aspects about the movie. I liked the funny moments that came post intermission. Mm-hmm. But the music really made it difficult for me to get into the film, and there was just too much of the movie. It should have been shorter. It could have been 2 hours and more effective. So I think that there is a good movie in here. If I don't know how often directors come out with director's cuts or special editions, but I would totally watch a recut version of this movie.
Yeah.
Because I think there's really good stuff here. The acting was really good, and it's interesting.
It's an interesting story, definitely, and it's definitely very interesting because it's also based on a true story. Although they did write a disclaimer at the beginning, which was kind of like,
none of this is true.
This is based on a true story, but we may have taken liberties with a whole bunch of stuff.
It was literally like, this is based on a true story, but it's not true at all.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it said.
No one notices this, right? But it was a weird disclaimer. If you guys are big fans of Akshay Kumar or anyone else in the cast, Akshay Kumar is obviously the lead. So if you're a big fan of Akshay Kumar and you want to see him do a serious role, because I know he's done comedic stuff. So if you want to see him do a serious role, he did Baby. I didn't know that was him. And he did Airlift. Baby and Airlift are 2 serious trailers that are really good trailers. I forgot that that's him. But you see, he did Houseful. That's what I remember for some reason, is that he did Houseful. And Houseful is a really goofy movie. So
I'm just super impressed by his mustache.
Hold on. So Akshay Kumar has a movie coming out called Toilet. It's coming out in 2017.
I like toilet humor.
I don't like toilet humor.
I know.
Toilet Ek Prem Katha.
Announced.
So, if you guys are still here watching this little slightly drunken review, type in the comments Toilet Ek Prem Katha.
Yes!
2017. I don't know why.
It doesn't actually say 2017 though.
Oh, okay. Type Toilet Ek Prem Katha announced in parentheses. That's the end of our review. Thanks you guys for hanging out with us. Please follow Achara Kirk on the social media. If you're into makeup, or if you're just into watching Achara, she's got a YouTube channel with a makeup tutorial.
Yes, Achara Beauty. Check it out.
Yeah. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out other reactions, reviews, short films, and video game related videos. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.